So if objective evidence is required by an employer, what does objective evidence mean? Well, it means that the directive to submit to a compulsory medical examination, which is a fitness for duty evaluation, cannot be based upon mere speculation. This is what the EEOC tells us. Now, we know that you should know that the Equal Employment Opportunity Commission is the federal agency responsible for interpreting and providing guidance with respect to the Americans with Disabilities Act, as well as GINA, which we'll talk about a bit later. So it can't be based merely on speculation. There must be an objective basis for the employer's concerns about the employee's fitness. And an objective basis is one that derives from direct observation, credible third-party reports, or other reliable evidence. An employer, police employer, ought to be evaluating that objective basis in the same way that they would evaluate information provided from other sources when trying to determine whether they have probable cause for writing an affidavit for a search warrant, for example. If the information is provided by a third party, one of the questions that the EEOC advises an employer to ask is that third party in a position to have that knowledge? Does that third party have any questionable motives that would lead you to doubt the reliability of their report? These are the kinds of things an employer ought to be considering. One of the other things that the Equal Employment Opportunity Commission tells an employer is that if that report flies in the face of your own observations and knowledge about that employee, then you should treat it with suspicion. Gee, everything looks fine to me, if the behavior's been entirely appropriate. On the other hand, if it's a report of conduct which would only be known privately, for example, domestic violence, then you wouldn't necessarily expect that what you see is problematic, but the behavior at home could be quite different. So it has to be objective, and it has to derive from direct observation, credible third-party report, or other reliable evidence.